changed my thumbnail, but we are back streaming as usual after I get off night. Work. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just mumbling because I'm already drunk. But we are hosting a tourney. We already had season 1, and season 1 started to make waves. And the reason that season 1 started to make waves is because of the format. I host a tourney that is unlike any other tourney that you have seen. So my tournament is not a one and done tournament like most others. And as most of you know, this game is very glitchy and very laggy. So I don't think it's fair, personally, to have a one and done tournament in this when it's been proven that a netcode for this game benefits high ping players. And if you need to see a Reddit on that, you can actually Google that. There's a Reddit on how the netcode for Battlefront 2 benefits high ping players, because they're seeing your ghost and not your actual real-time player. So if you ever wonder why you're being hit, it's because they're seeing where you previously were and not where you actually are. And that's dumb. That's called lag compensation. And lag compensation should be removed from all games. But we are straying off topic, and that's my fault because I'm the only one talking. But we're going to get back to the main thing. So I have a season-long tourney that is 8 to 10 weeks. You have one matchup per week. You contact your opponent. You schedule a match. You got a week to do it. You do them, and whatever the outcome is, that is contributed to your season record. The top season records make the playoffs. Then, in the playoffs, that functions like a normal tournament. One and done, just like an NFL season. Pretty self-explanatory. A lot of people seem to like it. Everyone who's joined us so far is interested in coming back for season 2. So every single person that joined pretty much likes the concept. Just a matter of we have had some few issues in season 1. I think we've kind of rectified those issues. All the people who know about those issues, they've either been invited back for season 2, or it's just it is what it is. The whole point is to try to get a season 2 going without a lot of toxicity. We had a couple of toxic players in season 1 and kind of got rid of them, but at the same time we're gonna give them a second chance. Now that they know what the rules are, they're laid out for them. Alright, I'm gonna take I gotta change my thumbnail real quick. Bear with me while I do that. The way what's interesting? I've not found a good way to set my thumbnails for each of my live streams. I realized that it'll just take your last year's thumbnail, but every time I stream, it's what I'm trying to convey is a little bit different. You know, like I have to upload it per per stream. Like, I think that works. Does that work? Let me go to my... Okay, I am... give me like 5 minutes and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Give me a minute. So my sister, it's my birthday on Monday, actually. So my sister just sent me a message. She was like, "What are your favorite snacks and drinks?" And I was like, you know, all of that is alcohol. What are your favorite snacks? Alcohol. You know, I mean, there's a reason my stream is titled Drinking and Smashing Buttons. If y'all just give me a second, I will be getting into drinking and smashing buttons. I guess respond to my sister first, and then we'll begin the end of that. What are your favorite drinks? My favorite drinks is like alcohol. My sister was like, "What are your favorite drinks and snacks?" And I told her this. I was like, hot cider, slow and low, rock and rye. It's basically a bottled old fashioned." And she asked me what my favorite snacks were. I'm like, a drink, basically. That's my favorite snack, is a drink. All right, I am getting on in the moment. I'm gonna see what's going on with other people. Let me see what's going. Let me see what's going on with other people. I think. Do we have food cooking downstairs? Food cooking downstairs, not. The only people that we have playing, we have a lot. Got a few people playing actually. What are you doing? You're with a 20-person squad? Jesus. You remember like a month ago where you were like, where you said the same thing to me? Or like 2 months ago? Where you were like, you used to be with 15-man squads. Like, cause remember I said the same thing, like, about GA or whatever. What are you talking about, like, as far as, like, doing skills? Oh, with GA skills. So, the reason I started this party chat, I just want to, like, personally invite you to our Season 2 during tourney. I don't know if you were still interested. It's 3 to 4 weeks. We're just trying to, like, invite people first and then get an idea of who wants to actually play. So, like, we've had a lot of, like, no answers. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are, like, debating. And I'm like, I'm trying to, well, to be honest, I'm like, who? I'm pretty sure Biggs is still participating. A5 seems like he definitely wants to participate. A5 said he has a friend that wants to participate. Ivan hasn't given me a clear answer, yes or no. He just says that he would rather be in a GA tournament. The only problem with GA tournaments is, to be fair, they like completely ended like 4 years ago because it's too hard to get 20 people per team. I mean, think about it. If you have 8 teams or 20 people, that's, man. Meaning you're doing like a, well, no, I mean, it's not that it's impossible. It's just hard to get. It's hard to get planned, like, cause I mean, it, I mean, it's what me and my squad used to play like a hot minute ago. It's just that Alright, when I had all the people that I had in my squad fully squad up. And what I mean by that is like we all knew each other. It's different when you're like 2 to 5 player deep and you're all really good. That has no comparison to a 15 to 20 man squad who has been playing for 4 years straight. Like I'm not saying that they don't do that. What I'm saying is like the Wolfpack team that I created, like we did what you're talking about 4 years ago. Like 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 we stopped playing GA because there was no competition. Like back that yeah no like if you ask like Xbox is better and 64 is better. Any of the top 10 members in my Wolfpack group, like if you ask them, like what did y'all do like 2 3 years ago? Like we got to a point where we stopped playing because there was just no competition. Like now I will say that like if we if my original members went up against you and Big Chungus and say the top and Ivan and say like maybe like 8 more players that are under y'all but like kind of on your same level but GA related, like we would have difficulty. I'm not saying like you're not good. Like we would definitely have difficulty. It's just that we did what you're trying to do 4 years ago. So basically, yeah, it's just experience. Basically, we got to a point where we had already beaten the top 5 known GA teams in the whole thing. Like we beat them. Like we crushed them. We beat one of the top 5 teams, and they fingless against us 3 times. Like they brought out 3. It was against the Smoking Two Clan against Fight Club, and Fight Club and Smoking Two Clan are like one of the top 5 known teams in GA. Like they brought basically like they brought out a Finglish because they knew they weren't gonna win, and then we killed their Finglisher, and then they brought him out like 3 more times. Like we had preset rules saying like don't Finglish.
Yeah, this is definitely a clan war. I don't know
That's
what
cool.
clan that is though. Our clan name is what is it? Croissant Guard. I don't know why they chose that by the name.
Did you say croissant gods?
Croissant Guards.
Like croissant, like a breakfast
Yeah,
biscuit?
yeah, that.
I was like, wait, I had to sit there and pause for it. Did you say croissant?
Croissant Guard.
Croissant.
That's the name of the clan. Croissant Guard.
Interesting.
Yep.
And I'm not okay. I'm actually partially deaf. Like when I tell
That's
people
fine.
this, like, cause I've told people this multiple times and they don't fully believe me.
I mean,
You know, just because.
I have a few friends who are partially deaf, so I mean, I
But
don't
no,
know.
I grew up deaf. Like I grew up
Oh.
deaf. Like,
Partially, or like
like meaning
you're
like
right ear, like you just can't hear anything.
no, like meaning like, alright. What happened is like when I was 5 years old, my uncle was clapping behind me with the typical Helen Keller reaction, and I had no reaction. Meaning like I couldn't hear or I couldn't sense the physical impact of his hands clapping together behind me. Like meaning like I. So what happened was I had an ear infection, an extreme ear infection at the age of like 3 4 years old, and then over the course of the next like 15 years, my body fought it off. So I'm lucky to even be able to hear. Like and when I don't catch things, it's because I don't hear like a normal human. I still have like a tone deafness.
When that guy does.
So, like, with that being said, too, like, I need to buy a better headset. Because like, a few guys have been like, can you not hear me? And I'm like, nah, I can hear what you're... It's not that I can't hear you, it's that I can hear what you're saying, but I bought a $6.99 headset at GameStop. $6.99. Think about what your average headset is now, right? It's like $20.99, right? I bought a $6.99 headset at GameStop. That shit is cheap as fuck. Like, it's trash. Like, I need to get a new headset.
I don't think this team is too competent. They're leaving D and E open all the time, and we're losing because of it.
Yeah.
What I'm uncomfortable about is how come our leader...
But
never mind.
Alright, I want to say two things. A, I want you back in my tourney. And two, the reason...
Is there a reason you want me back?
Well, the reason is because I want skill levels of all level. I don't want people to think that if you lose... Alright, look, I'm hosting the tournament. If somebody beats me, I still have to pay them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still pay... I just paid Socrates $50, and I lost. I hosted the whole Season 1 tourney, meaning that ego can't possibly be a reason that some people don't join. Because I have subjugated that. I have hosted the entire Season 1, got beat, and still paid out $50. So...
No, the problem is I don't really have, like... The only thing that I think you could do with that 50 is, like, give me a code from, like, Amazon or something.
My point is that some people don't want to join because they're afraid to lose. And I'm like...
I don't care about losing.
Like, y'all gotta get over that shit. You know, like, I'm not saying you are, but... There are definitely like 6 to 8 people who are like, nah, I don't want to play because I'm afraid. And they don't tell me that they're afraid to lose, but I know that's the reason why. And I'm like, just fucking play.
I mean, I'm gonna play, yeah, but I mean, I'm definitely not winning. On top of if it's like maybe a 3-day weekend, I might be able to.
Another thing is,
I'm rusty.
I'm gonna match whoever matches the total pot. Meaning like, so I've already made the announcement. So like, I put up 50 for Season 1. So I'm gladly willing to put up 50 for Season 2. But at the same time, I'm not gonna put up 50 or do 100 indefinitely for the next 10 seasons without someone else contributing to the pot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the money for that. Like,
to me, $50 is a lot.
So
like, for digital people fighting, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a decent amount. So, and I don't have the subscribers that Celeste has to put up 1,000. So my proposal this season is like, if I'll match whoever puts up whatever. Meaning, so like, if 10 guys to get together and they all contribute 5 each, that's 50. I'll match their 50. If 20 guys get together and they put up 10 each, that's 200. I'll match their 200.
I mean, the way I look at these tournaments is like, I don't really care for winning. It's just, it's really hard to find better people than me, you know? The only person I've genuinely found that's better than me is A5. That's it.
Is who?
Which Indian? A5.
A5?
Yeah, that's it. Everyone else I can beat easily. Not now, but if it was still summer or something, or I got warmed up, or not rusty anymore.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but you're not the only person to say that. And then...
Really? Interesting.
And then not come in first. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna say that, you better come in the top by 3 people.
Who else is in there?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, you never know. You never know. Like, that's my point. Like, I never say things like that because I don't know who I face. Alright, so recently I've had some trials
like, who's in the tourney?
With Smog, and I mean, he beat me like 20-5. But I mean, I'm getting better myself too. Also, I'm gonna try to get the. I'm gonna do a little bit better this season. I'm trying to get the ping relation to each other better. Meaning, alright, I'm gonna request that everyone tell me where they live. So, I'm gonna create divisions. So if I get...
So what, like state-wise, or...?
Yeah, exactly, state-wise.
Okay.
So if I get... Because most people are on the East Coast. So if I get... Say I have 20 people, right? Say 16 of them are like, I'm on the East Coast, blah, blah, blah. But I got 4 of them who are on the West Coast. I want to put all 4 of those guys who are on the West Coast in a division together. And they're going to face each other more often during the season than other will face them, if you get what I'm saying. So that Oregon players face Oregon players, Virginia players face Virginia players.
I will say though, I've looked at the rules, and the only thing I don't like is I saw nothing that limits a really defensive player's playstyle.
Well, there will be, because there will be confined dueling zones.
Yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be all those.
Yeah, like, there will be people. Okay, you can back up as much as you want, as long as you don't go out of the confined dueling zone. Being defensive is not a bad strategy.
It's just unfun for everybody else. That's what I'm trying to say. And plus, it's just the best one. You know, it's just like.
This is something that every single person needs to learn how to deal with, because it has nothing. I personally think it's absolutely ridiculous to take a pure defensive playstyle out of a game, because I mean it's a realistic playstyle. Like, people in real life. Like, back in the 1800s when there were duels, I mean, like, it's a realistic playstyle. Like, it goes into what a real person is thinking and doing and putting forth in their time and effort, and somebody has to learn how to counter that. It is an official, actual type of playstyle that somebody needs to learn how to counter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to minimize stupidness by the developers, but I don't want to minimize playstyles by each individual character. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Ooh, here's a proposal. Here's like an actual one. Can you remove Intensify? Can that become a restricted card? Because I feel like if Flesh is Weak is one, because that basically counters basically any damage reduction on top of 36 extra damage.
Flesh
just in general,
it's
so much
worse. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
You'll be allowed to present that vote at some point. Before Season 2 starts. I will say that. You will definitely allow... Alright. Keep that in your bank. And when I announce it, present it. That proposal.
Why not do it now?
Yeah. It's gonna be like in 3 or 4 weeks, but like.
Yes.
Also, you haven't accepted yet, so there's.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll do it. Yeah.
So we have it. All right. In season 1, it was just me making all the final decisions. Now in season 2, it's 3 people, which is better. Okay. Meaning I can't just tell you yes or no. There's a positive to that, and there's a negative to that. But the obvious positive is it's more balanced. Because sometimes I act irrationally. I get drunk and I go, fuck you, and I kick people out of the party.
I remember what happened in August.
That's not good. You know, I need a balance. So I've contracted a couple people to be my balance.
Hey man, by the way, August does not like you for that. You see, it's fine that he was drunk and said that, but he said later that the next day he was
but
still.
Malgus started the entire thing by saying that Temp was ass and never all right, hold on. What you just said. I'm okay with that, but tell him that he never accepted responsibility for starting the entire transaction, and that is the main problem that I have with humans. Period. Not just fucking people I work with, not just my family, not just friends. This is something that I have with people, with humans, period. If they do not accept responsibility for their bullshit. And everything was going smoothly until Darth Malgus opened his fucking mouth. And I will And I will completely accept him back into the tournament when he accepts that the fact that he fucked everything up when he opened his fucking mouth and he didn't accept anything that anyone told him. Then when he acknowledges that and he sends me a fucking message apologizing for opening his fucking mouth, then hold
on. What did he open his mouth on?
I said no toxicity, period, and I was making the final announcement between Sockety and Temp, and he said Temp is trash. And I go, and this is weeks before this is even happening. I said, Temp, I go, Darth Malgus, do you even want to be a part of a tournament? And he goes, no. And he sits in our fucking party chat the entire time, and the entire time I fucking, for weeks on end, I announced the final chat, and for weeks on end, he doesn't say anything. And in the final moment, I announced the final fucking duel, and he goes, Temp is ass. And he starts a fucking huge-ass fight between Temp and everyone else in the fucking party because he wants to call Temp is trash. No,
okay.
when he apologizes for opening it, no, quote unquote, when he apologizes for quote unquote opening his fucking mouth, that is what I want him to apologize for. He can be invited back.
Just opening his mouth.
Opening his fucking mouth. That is what I want him to apologize for. When he apologizes then he can be invited back. Nothing was happening until he opened his fucking mouth. Everything was fine. No, literally. Everything was fine. Like, nothing was happening. And then he goes, Temp is trash. And then, boom, 6-hour argument.
See, now,
so I want
the thing I know about him,
and I'm streaming live right now, so I want him to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with them. I'm cool with everything else. I'm literally cool with everything else that happened after. I just want him to acknowledge.
Except for just him talking.
Yeah, I just want him to acknowledge that because he opened his fucking mouth, he caused a bunch of drama in my chat that caused a bunch of people to be kicked. I want him to say I'm sorry for that. That's what I want him to say.
Who kicked them? Why were they kicked?
why were they kicked?
Yeah.
No, nothing was kicked. It's just that he wouldn't shut the fuck up, and it got to the point where I had no option other than to delete the group chat because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He just, that's all I want. And, okay, this is somebody who wasn't even involved in season 1. They weren't.
He's versed temp before. I know that.
They weren't even part of the first season. I was announcing the season 1 championship. He interrupts me and says my number 2 competitor is trash, and starts an argument right there in the middle of my season 1 championship announcement. He wasn't even in the season 1 fucking tourney. No, he never apologized for that. When he apologizes for that and acknowledges that he started that whole bullshit, I'll accept him back into the tournament. And you know what's funny? It's the fact that you said that he holds a grudge against me for that. He started that. That was his fault. This is what I mean by people who don't accept responsibility for any of the bullshit they cause. I wasn't even fucking doing anything. I was just literally making an announcement. And then he wanted to be...
just as tough as trash.
Yeah, he wanted to act like a little fucking trailer park trash asshole. Because that's what he is. And he couldn't accept responsibility for being a trailer park trash asshole. So that's my announcement. And when he apologizes for that, I'll accept him back into the tournament.
Interesting.
It's the same respect that you would have for anyone who is actually in front of you. Like, oh, hey, how are you? Hi there. Pardon me. No, it wasn't that same respect. It was more along the lines of like, fuck you, I don't care what you have to say, fuck you, fuck whoever you have in your tourney, I'm better than all of them, fuck them. It was more along the line of, stuff like that. So he can apologize for all that, and then I'll let him back in the tourney. Otherwise, fuck him, is basically my response. Fuck Dark Malgus. Fuck his alt accounts. Fuck everything about him is basically my response.
Because he hold a grudge against you for him starting an argument.
Well, I don't hold a grudge.
No, him holding a grudge of you.
Yeah, no, if he wants to acknowledge that, then I'll let him back into it. If he wants to be like, yeah, like,
Now, what's interesting to me is you guys gave very different stories.
Very different stories?
Yeah. I don't remember what his was, but I know it wasn't that.
Well, okay, so the original argument that he got into had to do with the season 1 tournament that I hosted. He wasn't even in the season 1 tournament. So basically he messaged a bunch of people from the season 1 tournament and started cursing them out. Or cursing me out. That's my point. It's like, you weren't even in the season 1 tournament. I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
And he's making a big deal about something he's not a part of.
Exactly. Okay. So when basically I was announcing the championship match for the season 1 tournament, he wasn't even in the season 1 tournament, and he was, all of a sudden I get a message to the season 1 tournament group chat telling me that temp is ass. And this is from Darth Malgus. And I'm like, bro, you're not even in this tournament. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? and he just wouldn't let up. I mean, this shit went on for like 3-4 hours. And it got to the point where I was so angry that I was like, you know what? Fuck this whole fucking thing. I just deleted the whole group chat. Because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. Yeah, and I was like, I don't even know
this is all about Temp being just trash?
And I was like, argument? Yeah, and I was like, I don't even know who you are. You're not even in the Season 1 tournament. Somebody invited you by mistake. That's what I was trying to make clear to him. Like nobody, and I got so angry that the whole thing got put on hold for 2 weeks. That the final 2 people who were in the actual championship match didn't know if I was going to respond or not. And they went ahead and dueled anyways. And when I got back to them, I was like, you know, I was like, honestly, I was like, I didn't spectate that. And I have no idea who won. So I'm like, y'all have to do this shit again. So they did it again, and the same person won again, which is miraculously what I wanted to happen, because say they dueled and then I go, y'all, I didn't spectate, y'all have to do it again. And then the other person wins. Now I gotta be like, well, there's gotta be a tiebreak. You know what I'm saying? Like the person who caused all that toxicity at the beginning of my matches, they weren't even involved in the actual season. Like, that was my original point when the argument happened. I was like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. But the problem was, like, too many people, like, I don't know. To be honest, I don't really even know what happened, like, other than a bunch, like 8 people got into an argument, and yeah, no, it was like really, I don't know. It was kind of dumb at all at the end.
I think, I can't tell, but to me it seems like he was being sarcastic, but also at the same time, not really. Because he would hold a grudge against you for a joke. That's the part that's like, but like,
well, a couple of people stopped responding, like, period. Like, meaning, like, sure. I didn't know, and like, we're talking the last 4 to 6 duels, meaning, like, the last, like 2 to 3 rounds, and the last, like, championship round, like, I didn't, like, for example, Lucky stopped responding. Lucky Turtle, it went on 6 weeks, and finally, after the 7th week, he responded. And he was like, oh, I was doing something, blah, 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 laugh out loud. And I'm like, bro, it's been 6 weeks. Like, I have no choice but to disqualify you. Like, I can't. Like, Temp has literally been waiting on you for 7 weeks. I'm like, I can't. You know, I'm like, you realize that's almost 2 months. Like, I can't. You know, so there were so many different problems throughout, like, this season or that season, like, where I just had to make a split decision.
I also asked Malgus if he would be entering, and he said no, because the rules. But that was like when I was in school and I didn't talk to you yet, so.
My rules aren't that much different from Vinny's rules.
He just said he doesn't like how you can just walk. There's no rules in place against like truly defensive people. It's people who will sit there and hold block if they're low.
Yeah, but we're gonna
for hours.
We're gonna have only a few people do that. B,
well, still exists.
Okay, alright. Temp is the main person who's done that, and he's only done that 50% of his matches. So meaning like he doesn't always bring that playstyle out. Secondly, we're gonna have confined dueling matches, which I haven't created yet. So tell him that. So tell him like Empty is working on. All right, my first confined dueling zone is gonna be on Geonosis. I'm gonna download the Geonosis map. I'm gonna create a dueling zone, and I'm gonna post it in our main chat. And I'm gonna be like, you cannot fucking move out of these zones for more than 10 seconds.
Just I would just say like, oh, more than 10, like 3. Nope.
No, it's 10 seconds. So, like a WWE wrestling ring. You got 10 seconds to get the back fucking, get the fuck back in there. Like,
I would say that hill should be included, and like, what is that? The hill on the left.
No, I'm gonna make the zone before the hill, so that you're not up on the hill. It's gonna be on the far. It's gonna be on the far side. You know, away from. It's gonna be on that far right side.
Don't make it that like I'm thinking like a lot bigger than Kashyyyk. That supposed 1v1 spot.
Well, there's no doing on Kashyyyk anyway.
Well, yeah, but like if you're in casual, then like that's usually where you would do it. But just a lot bigger than that, because that's.
Are you by yourself?
That's what I say.
Like completely?
Not really.
Huh?
Not really.
Oh, you're with someone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Why? I mean, I have.
Oh, I was gonna say if you were completely by yourself, I might let's just play. Hold on, I got some. All right, I got some few guys that are by themselves in the menus too. Hold on, let me go take a piss. And I'll be right back. And let's get like a fucking either a 4v4 going or like maybe 4 of us just playing randoms or like some dueling going on.
Yeah, I'm not with it. No, I thought you meant like if anyone's in the room with me.
Oh, nah.
Not like.
Well, alright, is anyone with you right now paired up, like, period?
No.
Okay.
Like, I'm not in a group right now.
I didn't think so. I just gotta piss real quick, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. Okay, so here's what I want Malgus to do. And I think I didn't fully explain this earlier. I just want Malgus to accept responsibility for dumbass initial comments. So what I mean by that is, if I were to say, like, alright, say I have a girlfriend right now, right? But okay. I don't, right? But let's just say I do. And she asked me a question, and I got the question wrong, right? That means I'm in the shit house. And I just sit here and like figure out like what the fuck happened, right? Because I'm in the shit house. So, honestly, I'm a smart person, so I can figure out why I'm in the shit house pretty quickly. So that's what I want Malgus to acknowledge. Is like nothing was happening. Literally nothing was happening in that group chat. Nothing was happening at all. And he goes, fuck Tim, fuck that motherfucker. I fucking, you know, he started that whole fucking argument that deleted the whole chat, I want him to acknowledge that. That's all I want. I want him to be like, yeah, if I know.
I don't think he denies it.
Okay, well,
starting the argument.
Yeah, you know, I'm okay with him causing it. What my problem is? My problem was
take responsibility for.
Yeah, cause like after the fact, I would get a message like 3 days later, being like, you know, it would be some asinine comment, you know, and I'm like, man, this is clearly in response to.
The thing is he does not like Temp.
He doesn't. He doesn't like what?
Nah, he doesn't like his personality. Temp. He doesn't like his personality. He doesn't like his play style.
Yeah, but in Tim's defense, Tim never acts like that until somebody like reacts like that to him, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tim is a very reactionary player. Like, Tim has a very offensive balance and a defensive playstyle. So, you know, and another thing is too, I'm trying to get to the point where people stop complaining to me about other people's playstyles. That's the whole point of participating in a tourney, is to beat that person's playstyle. You know, Socrates can do it, and honestly, like, I don't think he's bad, but I don't think he's the greatest player ever. But he beat me and Temp consistently. So the way that Socrates is beating us, I have something to learn, and I'm not going. I don't sit here and message Darth Gaseous and be like, you know, fuck Grocer and Socrates for beating us. Blow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do the next round. Yeah, I'm not saying you're complaining, but there are people who complain and want me to adjust the rules based on their complaining. But I'm not going to do that.
Fair. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying Malgus in general, like, he just says Temp is the only person that he's found that his defense just is never ending. Like, he just never presses the R2 button.
I will
He's a parry
say
spammer, you know, he does all the overpowered things.
Here's my argument. I don't want to like sit there and micromanage how people play. Meaning, like, I don't want to, like, all right, while I'm working, I don't want a manager to manage how I work, micromanage how I work. I don't want to sit there and micromanage how, like, I don't want to take something that's away that's a part of the game natively. That's not fair. A defensive play
but it's when you take it like that. I mean, okay, here's what I'm saying. Like,
they should be
if you're gonna take away certain cards for certain characters that make them a little too powerful, you would do that for the same thing for playstyle. That is the same. It's the same thing. A defensive playstyle is just better than a offensive playstyle.
But that's only one star card compared to all the others that we've taken away. We're talking about
one star card.
Well, hold on. We're talking about starting Luke at 750 and Anakin at 900. I don't think that's fair. Especially when Anakin had.
It's not perma health. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. He's not regenerating.
Especially when Anakin has a 4th ability. I don't.
It's kind of hard to get in 1v1s. You kind of have to like.
Luke doesn't have a 4th ability. You know what I'm saying? Like.
He just does. See now that okay here. He can he can double parry really easily, in my opinion. 2, his attack speed is just better in general. And the final thing is, I would honestly be kind of okay with it if it was just like his basic lightsaber attacks. But the thing is it's anything he does. If he does 200 damage anyway, he gets an extra 2 damage every time he swings.
That's true.
And it doesn't matter what he does. Which means, as time goes on, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what he does or how he does it. It's just that 5 minutes, he's gonna keep getting more and more until he realizes that A, you're trash, or 2, he has the 36 extra damage by now. I will say though, if they already have the card, but it's like gray, even green, I would still allow it, because like, it's 18 to 24, that's still a lot. But it's not 36.
Well, you can make this a proposal in our next season 2 thing before we actually get started. It's not like we're gonna try. I'm trying to make it as balanced as possible between all players. Meaning, like, I want it to be everyone's group chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be your group chat. I want it to be my group chat. I want it to be, you know, Soccer's group chat. I want it to be Josh's group chat. Like, I want everyone to have, like, an input on what's going on.
Everyone I've talked to has been very open about it, except,
That's good. Alright, so that's good. That's really good, actually.
Legend, I think. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's just outright denied it.
Because even though I might have a different answer than what you're expecting, Soccer D or Temp might actually agree with you. So that is why we're having a Jedi Council and why we're making proposals and not actually already announced this. But no, like I definitely, I am not gonna discount anybody's ideas. That is not how I operate. I want it to be balanced. I want it. If I discount your idea, I think it's more so I'm trying to give you an idea of what other people are gonna go through. So as long as there's a balance, I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion though, I will say he has the best chance. He soft counters basically everyone with that, including a carded Vader, Luke, with Intensify. It's just unfair to everyone else, because I can easily beat someone who's carded.
I think Luke gets unfair if he beats the first person and then duels the second person, which is alright. A lot of us are used to being in dueling lobbies where Luke is allowed to.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's not allowed.
Maximize that intensify, but when you're only dueling against one person, I think it's a little bit different.
It's still really easy to get up. Like, I don't think you understand. I'm pretty sure it's 2 rushes. I'm pretty sure, maybe even it might be 3, but even then, it's still a minuscule amount. 2 swings.
Now, okay, you realize it takes. Alright, you realize it takes Luke like 40 kills to get to this max intensify, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, 9 times out of 10 with these good players, they're gonna stretch it out as much as they can.
Right.
You know, so they're just bound. Every second that goes on with Luke's intensify.
40 kills is a lot when you're in a pure 1v1. Meaning.
Or 200 damage.
It does. Yeah, like they're gonna get they're gonna get to a max where it's like only 200 max more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to account for that because you also have star cards, unless you're Vader or Grievous without flesh or something. Like, that's my argument. But at the same time, I'm not gonna prevent you from making that argument to the main group chat. You're more than welcome to make that.
Hold on, wait. What was your argument?
What I'm saying is, you're more than allowed to, like, make that proposal to the whole group chat and see what everyone else has to say about that.
But should I do it now or later?
No, I mean, like, when everyone else is, like, ready to go. Like,
I feel like I'd be, like, you know, stretching it a little bit. Like, the first people are gonna be like, oh, shoot. You know, I want to give them prep time to, you know, maybe get a little better with this new rule.
When I said ready to go, I mean, like, we don't know who's going to join for season 2.
Oh.
So okay. I'm trying to get the full group in first before we make any permanent decisions. Like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to know I'm trying to know who's ready to go for season 2 before I make, like, anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
I am ready, by the way. Yeah, I'm down to do it.
You trying to, like...
Yeah, I'm gonna do
pair up?
Tournament. Oh, yeah. Pair up. Whoa. I think we should 1v1.
You're trying to duel against me?
I am almost 2 weeks rusty, bro.
I've been drinking.
Okay. I haven't been playing the game.
Let's just play against other people.
Alright. Seems like you're a little scared.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Oh, Big Chunk is inviting you to a party.
Look, I have alcohol in front of me. That's all I care about. Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't hear you ready. What are you doing? Grocer. Grocer's not here. I don't hear you. Grocer my nuts. Grocer! You were just there. Invited to a party. A party? I don't want to be invited to this party. Join party. Grocer, you were just there. Yeah. Nah, I'm just messing with you. What are we doing? We start a party every time we start the party. Chungus, are you doing season 2? Oh, what's your consideration? Money or just? You mean you want like a large scale mode versus mode? Alright. I'm not against that, but alright. What I'm about to tell you is words from, say, somebody who hasn't played Star Wars Battlefront 2. This is like, say this is from a spectator. What I'm about to tell you. People don't 20 versus 20 anymore in this game. Like, it's not that they don't, but it's hard as, it's hard as fuck to get like a constant tournament like going on like between, because the last time me and my squad did it, it was like 4 years ago. Like, and to be honest, like, I like it. I enjoy being, I enjoy doing that stuff. Like, I enjoy being part of 20 versus 20. Like, that shit is fun. Either or. So, like, if me, you, and Chungus and Duels. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, no, me and okay, so before I ever met you, Grocer or Chungus, it was me and the Wolfpack. Like we ran like 15 deep every night for like 3 years. Like, and we destroyed top. Yeah.
And what I would do is I would mute everybody on the supremacy except your squad.
Now I did
kind of
that,
like that,
but it was like you see N64. I don't know if you're friends with N64 is better than, but he was like the main guy. He was the #2 guy in my group chat. Like he literally the #2 guy. Like his friend, we call him the twins. His partner with Xbox was better. But like
I know A5 would be down to join too, because I got him to play Supremacy more. But I feel like,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like me, A5, and Grouser make a Supremacy group, so whenever we want to play Supremacy, we just have those people, like, to have our own squad, pretty much.
In the future, if you want to assemble a group against my old school group, that would be sweet.
Do you still play?
Yeah, you assemble your 20 guys for GA.
Okay, I just invited.
I'll get my old school GA members because I say that because you're good. I want to extend this invitation if you weren't good, and like because of the way I see that you patrol GA, like I want to extend this invitation if you're good. But and I'm gonna tell the the top 5 guys like on my old school GA team. I'm gonna be like, look, like we're facing like a good team here. Like, no, that would be sweet. I think that would be sweet as fuck.
Yeah, but like, if you do know like good players that play Supremacy, then I would be down to consider like joining them in this group. So like, just to let them know if they want to like, you know, dominate Supremacy lobbies or some shit.
Alright, I just invited you guys.
If we face each other, that would be cool. But if my old school group teamed up with your new school group, no one would be able to compete with us. Like I don't think
that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can get minimum, like all we need is 20 people minimum, which I don't feel like that's a lot.
Now, but, I do want to say that some of the top team names that I've seen in GA period, they won't group up with you. Like for example, Bandit, he won't group up with you. He won't group up with me. He groups up with you. He groups up with who he groups up with. Basically, like so. Basically, like Bandit is one of the top 10 GA players. Period. Like. He does not decide who he groups up with. Like he just plays by himself. And, like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, see, like I know like some Supremacy players that play a lot. Like I always see their names like Shadow Realm or like Ninja. I forgot the other dude's name. It was like Ninja something. Shadow Ninja, I think.
Shadow Ninja. Alright, I know exactly who you're talking about, and I've beaten that guy several times. Shadow Ninja 754.
Yeah, I always see him on Supremacy.
Yeah, Shadow Ninja 754. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. He's good. He's friends with Gamble Fiction. But there's.
Yeah, I think I have his messages.
There's like. I mean, you on your own, I don't know, just the way that you play, like, you don't even really, like, need teammates, although it's helpful, like...
Yeah, it's, like I said, I'm, like, me and Grouser ourselves were always on top of the leaderboard, but it would be good just to have our own squad, just so we know that they're doing jobs, taking objectives and shit like that. It's just like secure dubs every game, pretty much.
Right. So like when you're playing with guys like the Shadow Ninja dude, like he's not gonna help you. Like he's only going for his own kills. So someone like me, like say you met someone like me.
I'm fine with that as long as they're helping us win the game.
Say that one more time.
I said I'm fine with shit like that as long as they're helping us win the game. Like if they're not just
right,
like being selfish.
If they can get enough, enough kill streak that it prevents the enemy team from respawning to the point that you take the objective, sure. But how often does that happen? Rarely, right?
Yeah, it's pretty rarely.
The enemy, your counterparts are not putting enough pressure on the team to push them that far back to not take the objective. So my point was like, I faced Shadow Ninja 754. That's his name, right? Shadow Ninja 754.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's not bad. It's just.
Yeah, he's not bad. I just always see him on the game, and he's always at least on top 5.
The players who played with me like 3 years ago were super hyper aggressive, and I miss that. And I don't even have that myself anymore. And like I kind of complain about that in the group chat that I'm a part of like now, and it kind of gets me put in a bad spot, like as far as the whole group chat is concerned, because they're like, I wish Empty would stop complaining. But no, like 3-4 years ago, we would have guys that there was no thinking process involved.
Huh?
Like it was just, it was like rush the objective, like boom, 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 boom. Like I don't know, like we don't have that anymore. Like
yeah, if you're trying to play Supremacy more, I would also like you like in the group if you like consider.
Why'd you text me, bro?
I don't text you.
You just sure? I don't know.
No, oh, never mind.
Dude, right? It looked like you just DM'd me, bro. It was weird.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. We'll never know. But even so, I like to teach people how to like, if they even do get a hero, if I don't get one, I want to teach them how to actually last with that hero. Because some people, you know, they don't last long and then they get frustrated, and it's like, well, how could you have gotten away from that differently?
Right.
Or how could you have survived that? Like, pretty much, you just gotta know when to retreat and when to flank, all that shit.
That's my
the thing is me and Biggs will just keep going from point to point, capturing.
Yeah, I stay moving. You have to always stay moving in Supremacy. You can't just sit in one spot, otherwise you're gonna get like ambushed, because the hero's always on the map. So how I do it is I always just switch points, or if I know like I can't take all these people at this one point, I need to find a flank or like get a couple kills in, retreat if my health's getting low, go for a different point, come back to that point. Like I always relocate.
So everything I just described, like I wasn't.
Should we start a Supremacy?
I wasn't trying to bitch. It was more so like I'm not playing smart. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to play smarter. Like I need to just do what y'all just described.
No, yeah, because I feel like Supremacy works on a lot of battle strategy in your mind, in terms of just strategy in general. Like you feel like a commander, pretty much.
Right. Like
or
half the things you said, like I'm personally, I'm not doing. Like, and that's my problem. Even though I know to do what y'all just said, like, basically, alright, take cover, not rush in without help. Especially
that, and also just don't stay at the same point for like
stay with the point, move
an abnormal
around.
amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. And
especially if it's already captured.
Yeah, if you know if somebody's following you, like a jet trooper or something, bait him, like run away and go into an alleyway where you know he'll follow you because you're on the map. So you're gonna wait for him and just like hit him with the ability.
At the same point for longer than a certain amount of time, and in my head, I had to, bro. When you said that, I had to like literally like, because I'm not used to doing it, I had to process that. Like, for like 15 seconds in my head, like, don't stay where the enemy is attacking you. Like, I just sit there and fucking, like, you have to...
Yeah, because it's like, you gotta observe your surroundings. You can't, like, fight back. Always pay attention to your map.
Like,
if you see a hero...
Like that shit. Like, and I'm not bad at doing it, but I'm not the greatest at doing it either.
I do want to, like, make a YouTube video for shit like that and, like, give tutorials. Kind of like how Crispy does. Like how he says how to survive with this hero, or if you want to get a kill streak.
Dude, I study his fucking...
No way you actually watched that, bro. No way.
Yes, bro. It taught me so much in Supremacy. I watched like a 20-minute video guide on Maw and Anakin, how to do, and he pretty much just taught me how to live with them.
Alright, you know what it is too?
What about how to get battle points faster? Does he have something like that?
Alright, so...
Yeah, the method I do, I got it from him. Like, he deadass just spawns in. That's why I always, every single Supremacy lobby, I always go from point E to point A. That's the fastest way you're gonna get points.
Yeah, that's a good strategy actually. Point E to point A, yeah,
because you're getting your first bait, like that's like, because E and D is always like, E and D or A and B is always like the starting point on either side. So you're gonna want to go to the first point to collect your home base points and whatever the fuck. Then go straight to their home base and collect as many kills as you can on the way. And if not, if it seems too crowded, you know, just shoot from afar.
You gotta learn exploitation in this game.
Yeah, but literally every game I spawn, that's how I always get my hero first. I always go from point E, point A, kill whoever's on the way over to those points, and collect, like, the officer points. Do that shit. I don't play officer, but I literally just spawn in as an officer when I first load into Galactic Assault or Supremacy, just to get the same points the officer's getting. Because I'm like, damn, that's not unfair. That's not fair that a certain class, off of your preference, get to get points at the start and you don't, because you're a heavy or an assault. So let me just get the same points they're getting and play my regular class.
To be honest, what you just said is kind of the reason why I discontinued the additional health on Anakin, because I personally, okay, this is, let me be clear. This is not just from losing as Anakin. This is from, you know, to be honest, I mean, it's probably about 100 rounds of figuring out that Anakin with an additional 100 health is not the exact same as Luke. You know what I'm saying? Like, 900 versus 750, that's... If you're a really good Anakin, you could beat that Luke. You know what I'm saying? Like...
Yeah, I used the Nations on Anakin as Supremacy, but you don't need it. Like, I switch it out sometimes with straight damage cards and attraction. Like, the cards also matter, of course, for Supremacy and shit like that. Like, never take off attraction on Anakin. That card is so good, you'll get so many kills off of just one pull.
Do you guys want to start a Supremacy match?
Yeah, I know.
Is there anyone else that wants to join us?
Nihilus is doing his own thing, so he might at some point. Ivan is just...
You know, to be honest...
He's doing something, I don't know.
I don't
what supremacy group did Nihilus...
He can join the party, he can join the tournament, I don't give a shit. I would just wish that people would have more sense about them. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the grudge. It's more about I wish people in general, humans in general, would have more sense about them. We're in the year 2023. We have certain expectations about social interactions in the year 2023. Abide by those expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have certain expectations about my social interactions. Abide by them. Don't make me regret my social interaction with you. That's all I ask. It doesn't have to be this difficult.
Yeah.
I'm just a working man. I wake up every day at 6 a.m. and I go to work. And I get off at 2 and 3. And I want to drink some beer. And some liquor. And have some fun.
I've never actually drank beer and like played this game. I've smoked and played this game, but that sounds fun.
So yeah, everyone who joins my tourneys, have some sense about yourself.
Yeah, I'm still considering joining a tourney, but if not, then I would like to watch it, but...
Right, like it's not for everybody, but...
You guys are searching.
But I like more so, I feel like, I feel like Battlefront should have tourneys.
The cards, bruh. Like there's
somebody can die off of the biggest mistake or off of heroic might glitch or some shit like that. It's like,
well,
really, if this game is gonna have
it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Because, like I mentioned earlier, like I was a part of a bunch of 20 versus 20 duels or 20 versus 20 matches a couple years ago, and to be honest, I personally feel that they're not on the same level as my 1v1s that I'm with right now.
Yeah, and also I feel like as the years came by in Battlefront, duels have just been getting worse in my opinion, just because some people's play styles, it just doesn't make sense as to like when you're fucking around.
Exactly, I agree. That's why I think defense doesn't make sense.
Like, I get defense to, like, you know, that's why I like parries so much, but some people are trying to, like, always avoid parries because, I don't know, they're biased about it, but even still, well, if you out-parry somebody, you're just, like...
What you just said is one of my... Alright. What you just said...
Because I feel like if this game didn't have parries, nobody would die. Literally, nobody would die. It would just, like, be a constant draws.
Nah.
Because when people are, like, farthing away
there's no way to kill you without parries. There's no risk, there's no baiting, there's no... nothing. It's just back dodge and hit, and...
Alright.
You can't do anything.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You think that the only way to kill someone is with parries? Alright. One.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Because you can kill somebody off of hitting an angle
hitting
or a hook swing.
Do a
exactly.
Do a 1v1 against me now.
Fuck. Why?
Because
who just joined? Why did like 16 people join, bro? What the hell?
That's the point of a 1v1 tourney. Is to find out what they know and to adapt.
No, like what? Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying now, right?
No, it's just because we joined like a 11-person group. Oh.
No one ever told you that you had to adapt, right?
That's not why I said oh.
No, but no one ever spelled this out clearly for you. Am I correct?
No, I already know. I figured that out on my own.
That's good.
You're incorrect.
That's good. That's better. That you figured out.
Yeah, I've definitely, some mistakes I've definitely improved on and doing,
every
but
time I
the
get
point
into
is,
these lobbies, everybody goes, I want to quit, go back to the menu, and form a new lobby where we don't 1v1 and figure out what we were just talking about.
Because, I don't base killing somebody off.
Like
I don't base killing anybody off of parries, but I'm saying that parries is a good implication of like who should be winning the fight. Because if your timing is better than the other person,
well, Tim
then
didn't
I feel
parry
like
at all, and he was my number 2
exactly
throughout the entire season. Tim doesn't go for parries. He
exactly, but there shouldn't be like I said, nowadays there'd be like 4-hour duels. Nobody should be dueling for 4 hours. Like what? This game is dead to be dueling
also,
for that long.
But it's not
the cards.
But it's never.
Doesn't make any
it's
sense.
never one specific thing or the other.
My point is this game was never
I can I can do hook swings, like I can hit people's ankles or out of their hitbox, or if they dash past me, I can hit their dash box and shit like that.
Empty leave. Real quick.
Alright, let's go into 1v. Why are we playing 20v20? Let's go into 1v1 lobbies now.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Am I muted? I'm so confused, bro.
Yeah,
we can settle this with experiments and not conversation.
We're ready if you want to queue one.
But the reason I say this is not to be a dick. It's to actually help people get better. Because alright, so I sent a message to somebody earlier and they were like, why should I join your party? And they're clearly like a low 25 percentile duelist, right? Meaning like they're in the lower 25 percentile of the total duelist percentages that exist. And I'm like, you don't have to join. I'm like, I'm just extending the invitation, but
I feel like the most entertaining duels are people with the same playstyle that go against each other, that know the same things, that know the same shit, right?
Well, I'm not going to intentionally do that because I think that would be... Alright, the point of my season is to incorporate all playstyles, actually. And to... Alright, actually...
yeah, and it's like regular Star Wars, like some playstyles will counter the other.
I actually would like to... I'm an agent of chaos. Do y'all remember Dark Knight season or episode 2?
Yeah.
I'm an agent of chaos. I enjoy the randomness. That is actually what I banked my entire season 1 on.
I don't think chaos is predictable. I think randomness is the unpredictableness, but chaos is predictable.
That's what I mean. Is I got so many people messaging me being like, I think you should do this, I think you should do that, I think you should pair me up with this person. I'm not doing any of that. I am going to submit all of y'all
that
fucking
actually
names
happened, bruh.
into a random generator.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And then y'all are gonna get your season 1, week 1 opponent.
There's no way. Are they trying to verse their friends? That's not why you're in a tournament. What? Are you really gonna go into like a Pokemon tournament, like pleading the directors that you want to verse your friend, bro? Like that makes no sense.
No, I'm gonna have it random.
What? Yeah.
Why would I have it? Hold on.
Anytime anyone ever says that, just call them a dumbass.
If I had it subjected to a certain point, do you know how many people would be messaging me being like, you made the schedule in your favor?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
It has to be.
And also, I don't know how people think about these tournaments. Like, do they bribe you money or something? Like, dude, I'll pay you like $500 for you to pair me up with that dude.
The idea for a tournament started because I thought it would be a cool idea to duel every single person who's a good duelist. And then every person I knew was like, I want to participate in that. And then we started season 1, and there was a lot of toxicity. So we went from 32 players down to 16. So going into season 2, I have now established rules, and I'm like, if whoever was a dick during the season 2, if you want to be invited back, you gotta not be a dick. It's not that hard. Just don't be a dick.
I just said just don't let them back in.
I've laid out the rules clearly for them. So we're at that point right now.
Yeah, every day I'm on this game, I always learn something. Like I played this game for like 5 years, and like in those like 4 years of when the first game came out, I would just play by myself because I feel like by myself I learn the most shit. Yeah, because most of the games I be getting in, I either be like top on them.
Right. Yeah.
Before you guys continue, can we like do a here showdown real quick?
Yeah, we can cue it. I'm already waiting.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, we need one more person.
Not necessarily.
Well, we only have 3 people.
The duel, and it's either too short or too long.
Like for
yeah, but I feel like that's better, right?
I would say shorter duels just make the game 10 times better, because I'm not gonna be sweating my butt cheeks off for 4 hours straight. Like I'm gonna lose. I'm going to lose if I'm full tryharding for more than like I don't know 30, 40 minutes.
We can solve this with experiments instead of debating. Somebody.
I wouldn't say debating. I think we're just like pitching out ideas.
This with physical debating.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
a fully star-carded Vader, and we'll see if we can beat them.
Okay. Well, that's not really fair.
Here. Actually, here we're gonna do like full carded Vader against a good player.
We'll just do any cards. How about that? We'll just do any cards.
Yeah, no. Do
any cards allowed.
We're gonna and we'll see if we can beat them.
Okay. Any cards? Sick.
Anybody. It doesn't matter. Like, let's do like a fun thing. Like, somebody invite me to the party.
Okay. Chengis leave, and then I'll leave. Never mind.
Now, I do want to say that since we are facing a fully star-carded Vader, there is no rules against playing defensively.
I agree.
Yeah,
this is just.
I want to see like how many.
This is just video game.
Takes it does.
Vader needs to be aware that the person they're facing is going to play defensively against them because they're a Vader. Like, you need to be aware against them. You need to be
Are you gonna let invite Empty?
I mean, I could always invite him and then invite you.
Yeah, no, like, I'm down for whatever.
Okay, Gaza, you just invite Empty.
I'll just invite both of you and then leave.
I think it's glitched.
Alright. Alright, sick.
Also, my birthday is on Monday.
Oh.
Yes, sir. How old?
42.
I'm almost, I will be 39. Oh, I just threw up.
39.
Damn, bro. You just left a minute ago.
I know, like, goddamn, man. Like, my fucking, my nutsacks, they're getting all wrinkled and shit. Like, I could take a picture and show you.
Yo. Mine are already, like, wrinkled though. Like, that's the thing.
Like, this is what happens.
Deep down, bro, every single man has an inner child, so it's never gonna leave, bro.
You've been disqualified from all future matches, dude.
I was exposed.
What queue?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm gonna check my server. Virginia.
Death Star.
No.
Cancel?
Yeah. You gotta say cancel.
Cancel nutsacks.
He's deaf. A little bit.
3, 2, 1, search. Kashyyyk.
Oh,
okay,
wait, we should all cancel that.
We can throw it. Did we cancel?
I mean, there are no rules, technically.
I got an error code.
I also got error code.
We forgot about Kashyyyk.
We got error code anyways. I don't know if you canceled, but... I mean, you just said there are no rules, so...
There are no rules. God damn it.
So...
No, official.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
No, official.
Empty hasn't blacked out yet.
Wait, what are we doing? Sour Diesel. Are we?
No, back. Yeah.
Quick.
We both got error coded.
Hold on, I'm texting real quick. I'm letting my group know if they want to join the Supremacy group.
Alright. I'm gonna... So, I told everybody who participated in Season 1 that I would release a guide showing them all my moves that I do.
All the what you do?
All the moves that I do.
Oh. Like your whole
half
moveset?
the moves I do get me killed, so that's probably in my benefit. I'm just kidding. Alright, what are we doing?
Okay, here's shutdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Asian Claw.
Indoor. Cancel.
Indoor.
3,
cancel.
2, 1.
Oh no, I canceled. It still brought me in. That's bullshit.
Endo.
Kashyyyk. Cancel.
Everyone cancel. I gotta go back to the menu first. I hit cancel like while I was still in the menu and it still brought me in.
Because, bro, I would actually love running a supremacy group because 90% of this game is teamwork. Is it not?
That's why there is no 1v1 game mode.
It is. It really is.
And that's also why Carded Vader exists. And why Vader in general exists.
That's why I started playing this game in the first place.
You know, EA and DICE to go fuck themselves because we don't give a fuck about what their game mode set for us.
I don't know.
They should have definitely made a separate game mode for individual dueling.
I don't think they thought about that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they thought people were gonna want to 1v1.
No, they didn't. They had no idea. They had no idea.
I genuinely think they never planned for that. They were just like, okay, probably the biggest mode is gonna be GA or Supremacy. So they're just gonna make, in their minds, I don't think they thought that heroes were gonna be able to.
Boom.
I don't think
they probably didn't even think this game would get this far. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
that's why the multiplayer groups. How much people can the multiplayer hold up to? About like 20.
It's 20. It might be. Yeah, I think it is 20.
And then the thing is, it has game chat, but nobody uses the game chat.
Imagine if it had. Oh my Galactica. Imagine if it had proximity chat, dude. That would be the ultimate Star Wars game. Just proximity chat. Like, insane, bro. That would go hard.
And
yeah, I feel like they only don't do it because of the toxic shit.
And they either update or get rid of their lag compensation, because that shit is garbage.
I like how on PC, though, it has a chat box for you to type whatever you want to say in the game.
Well,
yeah, they should have
PC
added
players only play against PC players. So, what we're talking about, what I meant by PC lag detection is, in this game...
Did you back out yet, Empty?
No, I didn't. There's been people who have proven that the people with lag compensation in this game, the people with lag compensation, clear
is that?
That means they have a shitty connection. They're the ones...
Okay.
Like, they're seeing your ghost. Meaning, like, you're moving real time, but they're seeing your ghost. They're seeing your previous reaction from, like a half a second ago. So they're getting the attack on your ghost. You don't even know that they're getting the attack on your ghost. So they're getting damage on your ghost.
So, yeah, the game's just favoring their screen.
It's bullshit. Like, people, there's a Reddit proving that the people with high ping in this game gets a benefit.
But at the same time, it has a lot different timing for parries and things, and you always like rubber band yourself back. Like, anything can really happen. Also the whiting out of abilities, like, they just don't work, but the other player sees you doing them, he can just attack you in it.
That's true. That is also true.
3, 2, 1, search.
There's no 100% compensation on either side. Like, it's
no.
Yavin, cancel. 3, 2, 1, search.
I'm already being pulled in the Yavin.
Yavin. I got an Yavin.
Okay, I got an Yavin. Let me know if you're on the same lobby.
Just join anyways. It won't hurt.
Well, it's a server fooled, so.
Oh.
Are we on the same lobby?
I don't know. It's still loading. We are. Oh, we're in the same team.
How much grocery?
Alright, let's leave.
Are we going back to menu?
Yeah.
I went back to menu.
Are you ready?
Nah, but, yeah, 3, 2, 1, search. The first experiment I want to do is, like, a full carded Vader against like a Yoda.
Great.
Cancel.
Okay,
I didn't get shit yet.
1, go.
I got canceling glitch.
What?
Why is it not letting me invite Empty? Oh, there we go. I had to click it like 8 times for it to go through.
Do you think Muslims would go like whatever their bad place is if they killed a cow in Minecraft?
Hold up.
Zero.
Fuck.
It's whatever.
It gave me a
religion.
Because whenever I turn off my PlayStation, are we on the same game?
No.
Alright. So it's me and it's me and It's me and Grocer versus Chungus and whoever.